So Apple's new AirPods can now translate speech in real time. So effectively, you can walk into any country, talk to anyone, and understand every word instantaneously. We finally solved language! Hooray! The oldest barrier between humans. But in doing that, we might have changed communication itself. And let me explain. Because every translation is actually an interpretation of what the other is saying. And when machines do the interpreting, they don't just translate what I say. They decide who I sound like. We're gonna debug this discussion today. So if this fascinates you, come on.
Welcome to the insides of my logbook while doing a PhD in AI. I'm hoping that you think, I hadn't thought about it like that. So it a little bit feels like magic. Two people speaking different languages, and they can finally hear each other in real time. No awkward pauses, no embarrassment, no need to learn, sorry, I need to Google, just a level of understanding. But clarity can be deceptive because the moment the translation happens automatically, you stop noticing that it's happening at all. It becomes invisible. Just like I can see clearly with these glasses and I hardly notice them. But that's where this translation might be different from these glasses. It might slowly be changing you. So, language used to be slow. It revealed personality, culture, accent. It carried everything you kind of couldn't say outright. People kind of know that I'm either British or Australian, maybe never South African here in the Netherlands when I talk, because of my accent. Now, translation is frictionless. It strips away those rough edges that made speech personal. You get what was said, but maybe you miss what was actually meant. We're training technology to make us universally understood, but in doing so, we make ourselves interchangeable. And that's the eerie part. AirPods translate the sentence, but they're also tidy it up. They make it more neutral, more polite, more legible, which means little by little, I stop hearing my own tone reflected back. My language becomes statistically correct, but maybe emotionally flat. The machine gives me comprehension, but it might be missing out on the connection. If understanding no longer requires effort, what happens to empathy? The kind that comes from trying to understand another, trying to get on the same page, trying to interpret. So, I don't think the story is completely about loss, though. It's a story about attention. Hear me out. Oh, let me take a seat. Translation technology will only get better and we won't stop using it. Maybe the challenge ahead isn't linguistical. Maybe it's ethical. We'll need to notice when a tool starts speaking for us and whether we still recognize the voice it gives back, the words that it is saying, how the other person is taking what I'm actually saying. What's this technology? What's this new idea of this technologically mediated Bianca? Is that still who I am? Because the future of translation is not just about understanding others. It's about preserving the differences between us. We can let these machines handle context, but meaning should still be handled by people. What does it mean when Bianca says this? What does she actually mean? We need to figure out a way to have that come through as well. I can tell you that I want to go over there, But why do I want to go over there? What does going over there actually mean?
Good evening. It's my second favorite night of the week. New bed sheets night. But let's get to our thought experiment for the evening. Built into every device, every conversation, every ear. There won't be accents or pauses or misunderstanding. Will all sound perfect and communication will get the message across, right? But maybe in that perfection, we'll miss the imperfections that made language human. The accent that revealed where someone came from, where they grew up, where they spent a lot of time. The hesitation that indicated people care about being misunderstood. Because one day, the only thing left to translate might be feeling. And I don't know. I don't think a machine can do that quite yet. Nor in the next 9 years. It's time for bed, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.